Hello, my name is Chad Leaman from the Neil Squire Society, and I am presenting at the online course showcase held at the Justice Institute on November 30th, 2011. My session will be focused on accessibility in online learning, and I'm going to show you some different tips and tricks that you can use to help make your course and online work more accessible. But to kind of get you thinking about accessibility and issues that can pose, I would like to talk a little bit about a company you've heard of named Google. But first, just give you a little bit of information about me. My name's Chad Leaman. I work at the Neil Squire Society, and we work directly with people with physical and other disabilities and help them increase their computer skills and move on to further civic engagement. So helping people get back to work, helping people get enrolled in school, and helping people become more included members in our society through skill development. So over the last 5-6 years, we've been using e-learning and e-learning solutions to reach people in a variety of communities at a variety of times. So I've worked directly with a variety of people with a variety of disabilities and provided e-learning solutions to people so that any Canadian at any time from anywhere can access our e-learning services to increase their skills. So while my presentation will focus a little bit more on some different tools and techniques that you can use to increase accessibility, I thought to get you thinking about accessibility in online environments, I would do a quick little overview of Google. Now Google's mission, as you probably very well know, is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Now, Google's great. We all love Google. Really opened up the world and connected us. However, this universally accessible has been an issue with some of Google's services. And they're aware of that. So they've recently been doing some work to increase accessibility of some of their services. And they did a major overhaul of how docs work, of how sites work, and how Google Calendar works to increase accessibility for a variety of different disability use cases. And actually, they did a webinar on it, so if you Google it, you can watch the whole 1 hour video that Google did on the webinar on accessibility of their services. However, it wasn't everything they did was not perfect. The Access Technology Higher Education Network did report on accessibility just like Google Documents, focused on Google Documents, and they found a few issues along the way. Just a couple, such as if you use speech recognition software to type, you can't dictate text into many of their applications. If you only use a keyboard, you can't access many of the menus. If you use high contrast, so white letters on black background instead of black letters on white background, all the toolbar buttons disappear. And that if you use a screen reader, it is very random what you can actually access. And pop-up windows, quite often yes or no options, they aren't able to be read by a screen reader. So they got like a 50% chance of guessing that they're going to choose the right thing on a question they can't even access. So still some issues there. However, as the accessibility wheel turns, Gmail and Google is part of this. They said that they would make sure that future offerings would be more accessible as part of their design. So the first thing they kind of did since that statement was relaunch Gmail with their cleaner, newer interface on November 2nd. However, next day on the Google Group's accessible list about the accessibility of Google products, the first headline with lots of comments is the new Windows Gmail equals failed accessibility. So Google, who's going to make the world's information more universally accessible and useful, has issues in accessibility and making sure that their services are available to all people. So if Google can't do it, what could you do? Well, there's actually a lot that you can do, and it's not that difficult. And that's what I'm going to focus on my time at the online course showcase. So I look forward to seeing you soon. I'll talk about some of the tools that we're using, and feel free to follow along in the hashtag OC Showcase 2011. I'll be tweeting my presentation. I think it's going to be streamed online as well. So a variety of different ways that you can connect and find out what you can do to make your course offerings more accessible to people with disabilities. See you at the Justice Institute.